A Marshfield teenager was charged with second-degree murder as an adult this week following a fatal stabbing in June.
Now authorities in Webster County are investigating whether this homicide qualifies as a hate crime. Fox 49's Shadiah Tomlin live tonight there in Marshfield at the Webster County Justice Center. Shadiah, you spoke with the prosecutor. Where does it say this case stands tonight?
That's right. The court documents that the prosecutor provided said that both suspects in this case used racial slurs before fatally stabbing the victim.
It's hit the community pretty hard. For one thing, it was in the middle of our town, and the age of the suspects is impactful.
A disturbing case that has shocked the community of Marshfield. Now, a 16-year-old Thomas Keith Smith Jr. is facing charges of second-degree murder in the death of 52-year-old Sean Ellenberg. Ellenberg was pronounced dead at the scene after being stabbed at a home on 3rd Street on June 28th.
I've done several homicides, and so everything's very different. This is the very first one that I've had that involved exclusively juvenile. There was argument, items were thrown at the decedent, and at some point they retrieved a knife that he had on his person. And that knife was ultimately used to stab him.
Court documents say a witness told police before the stabbing both Smith and his accomplice used racial slurs toward Ellenberg, who is black. Now the prosecutor is considering whether to charge the suspects with a hate crime.
When the juveniles were confronted with that somebody was going to come over, they both made the slurs, the racial slurs. Those statements concern me very much, and I'm having law enforcement assist me in looking through that.
Hate crime charges have not been officially filed, but would elevate the severity of the charges if prosecutors go that route.
But the consideration of a racial hate crime considers I'll have to look at more than that day. I'm going to have to go outside of that day.
The second suspect in this case is still being handled in juvenile court. Reporting live in Marshfield, I'm Shadiah Tomlin, Fox 49 News.